Hello, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Another episode of your favourite podcast, Crown Chat. I'm here with Beza on my left.
Hello.
Brady, who you can't see, runs the show and runs
Get that hand out.
A-Stream Podcast Studio. So if you ever need to hire a podcast or any of that kind of stuff, look him up on Facebook. And then we have our special guest, the tallest man in Newcastle Real Estate, Reece Thompson.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
No worries. How are you, mate?
Good, man. Good. Back at work and doing well and trying to stay fit, but not doing that real well. So
looking at you can still wear white shirts, mate, which is more than I can say for myself. So you're getting there. I threw out my white shirts years ago.
No, fair enough.
All black for me. All right, yeah. Well, we're just going to get to know you a little bit, talk a little bit of real estate, see how it's all going on. But first of all, mate, do you think it's possible to have a functioning first-rate democracy, given that Australia doesn't have a Bill of Rights?
Mate, I do.
Can you explain the reasons why?
I knew you were going to say explain. I sound like the dumbest prick in the world right now because I've got no idea. You've sent me the wrong way, the question straight up. So explain the question to me, man, and I'll give you an answer.
I don't know if I need to,
That's a pretty straightforward answer. We talk about this weekly on the show. It's,
I've never brought it up before. Do you have it? Have you thought about it before?
I've never thought about it
Off
before,
the top
but
of your head, what would your answer be?
would my answer be off the top of my head, mate? I don't know.
Do you need me to repeat the question?
No, mate. I think it'd be something like it takes power away from Parliament and gives it to the courts. Bill of Rights that is constitutionally entrenched is very hard to change. Like that's just something.
You've come
Your
up with.
thoughts off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Disappointed in Reece boy, but we'll move on from that.
I'll look into that further, boys.
That was what we call a gimme. That was your easiest question you're going to get. That's your gimme question.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bez is a wealth of knowledge, so.
He seems like that, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So, mate, who do you work for?
Mate, I work for myself, to be honest with you, but I'm aligned with PRD, the real estate.
So how does that work?
So basically just like a everyday contractor. So, people
So PRD's real estate.
That's right, yeah. So property research and development it stands for.
Kentwell's the owner.
Kentwell's the owner of the Newcastle and Lake Macquarie offices. And the Anderson and Nyquist are the owners of the Hunter Valley office. So, and then there's the Queenans over at Nelson Bay.
Because I think a mutual friend, Jesse, I think he said similar, that he works for himself, but he also works for them. Is that correct with him?
I'm not sure if he does that or not, mate, to be honest with you. Jesse's in the Newcastle office, so I know he's trying to get right into that high-end stuff over in Cooks Hill and things like that. But
I don't know. We're on the piss. I can't really remember. But, yeah, so how does that work for you, I've never really heard that.
Well, it's pretty cool, man. So basically how it works is you don't get a wage, right? So I don't get a wage each week.
Sounds good already.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So that's the negative points. The positive points is you just get paid on whatever you bring in. So, if you bring in a certain amount of money, you get a percentage of that.
And are you under contract or?
No, not really, mate. So
they can say, "Oh, you stop working now."
Yeah, but why would they? They're earning 45% or whatever it is of whatever I'm bringing in. So, and there's no extra outgoings for them. I pay rent there.
So you have an office?
Yeah, you got an office there. Yeah, so
right.
Pay them rent to use their office and
sales or
all in sales, mate. So I've got a couple of guys that work directly for myself, so I pay them a wage.
Commercial or residential?
Just in residential, mate.
How have you found it since? I don't know if you've heard about it. You probably would have coronavirus,
mate,
pandemic, and everything.
Yeah, lucky.
The entire world. How have you found the industry? People frantically trying to, make the most of it and buying up homes from poor people that can't afford the mortgages, or what's going on?
Well, we've kind of been lucky, right? The government's obviously come out with those packages to stop people from losing their houses with all the JobKeeper stuff and that one up. It will be interesting to see
I feel like that it stops them from losing them for now.
That's what I mean. I'm about to say it will be interesting to see what happens come September, October, because there are a lot of people that, especially in those areas like Gold Coast and stuff like that, where you're relying on tourism and stuff where they're not going to have their jobs, and if they're going to be forced to sell, if the banks want their mortgage payments.
But because a lot of people think people that own houses are getting a free ride, but the mortgage they're not paying right now is getting tacked onto their loan.
100%, man.
So a lot of people have got 6 months mortgage relief, $4,000 a month. You're looking at $24,000.
Yep.
that's tacked onto your loan.
You still got to pay it, mate. You
Yeah,
don't, it's not a
exactly.
free ride at all. Yeah.
I feel like the banks haven't been hit anywhere near as hard.
Nah, they earn
or
interest on
helped out
interest
much.
as well.
You know, they probably lost some business that they would have got, but everyone else I feel is stinging a lot fucking harder. And I think people are surviving now, but I think it's going to be in the 12 months once things go back to normal that people are like, hold on, 50 grand's just been added to my loan, my repayments have now changed, and you know, if you're in tourism or whatever, my fucking business is now shot. So I feel. Do you feel it's going to get much worse before it gets better? I guess in the real estate,
Mate, I do in certain areas, right? I think Newcastle and the Hunter Valley is still in a bit of a bubble, so to speak. Like especially where I'm from, your three main job sectors include healthcare, mining, and construction, and they're all booming. You know what I mean? So we're kind of doing all right. And on top of that, we're really affordable compared to other areas as well. So we're kind of lucky in that sense. But look, it doesn't bode well for saying the property prices are going to go through the roof, because I can't see that happening over the next 6 months. I can see it's going to be tougher. And if you're an astute buyer like yourself, you might be able to pick up a bargain here or there over the next, come after October. So
I've been able to enter the market in a long time. We're just trying to stay alive at the moment. As we speak, new restrictions are being handed down because of a pub in, I think it's Jindabyne, that has fucked it for all of New South Wales. Congrats to those fuck knuckles. Cheers, cunts.
them in Victoria, mate.
Reece, do you think the real estate game got affected more by the coronavirus or the threat of the killer hornets that were going to come through?
I would have to say the coronavirus probably. I think a lot of the coronavirus issues comes with the media as well. I mean, property's been known to fluctuate every year. Do you know what I mean? It goes up, what goes up, what comes down, or what goes up, it must come down. You probably know the analogy. But I don't think, or analogy, or the term, or whatever it is, but...
You're smart as fuck. Is that an analogy?
It's a poem. It's a
metaphor, that's what I meant. But yeah, look, I think media's beat it up more than what it is.
It may not be a metaphor.
There's been no effect on the real estate market from the killer hornets.
No, the killer hornets have not done anything, man. So
I must have been asleep when that.
Yeah, I've never heard of the killer hornets. To be honest,
have you heard of the killer hornets?
Oh yeah, there's a big thing in the States.
I think it's in Toronto.
I think I heard of there's a sports team with Dowie, the Hornets, but
Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, that's in Charlotte. But
That was a long time ago, though.
No, I think they're back in the game, aren't they?
Didn't MJ own them?
No, that was
No,
the
that
Wizards.
was the Wizards.
Are you scared of the Wizards?
Yeah, mate. I'm
The
not a Harry
hang
Potter
like
fan, if that
wizards.
makes you so.
So, have you seen a job stable? Like, obviously, you're a contractor and whatnot, but have people in your industry been hit hard?
Mate, when it first came on,
I know my mate worked from home for the whole thing, but
yeah, mate, we work from home anyway in real estate. Like the office is just how big your dick show. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't really need an office.
it is hard to work from home. Your bed's a few meters away. Like
I've always
20-minute
struggled.
nap.
I went in coronavirus hit. I set up my caravan, which is outside my house. You know what I mean? Just to get away from the kids and shit.
Yeah.
But
fucking kids.
How tall is your caravan?
mate, I can stand up in it.
Do you have to get it renovated, and did that require a DA?
You're taking the piss here, but no, I can stand up in it. Got away from the weekend. Just went away on the weekend actually, and but yeah, it's big enough to stand up in.
I don't know if you've watched these before. We normally do these standing, but we practiced it with a life-size cutout of you, and it wouldn't fit in the screen.
Yeah, you kept going like this.
Yeah, one of those Toyota, those
car salesman things.
Car salesman things.
Yeah, that's funny. I was watching an episode of Sunny in Philadelphia that had one of that on it.
And can you sit back a bit further? Because I reckon you could slap me from here.
Yeah, I was leaning back a bit.
Yeah. So, what about Newcastle East End, mate?
Yeah, man. I've actually just bought a unit next
have
door
you?
to
Where at?
next door. The East End,
yeah,
Washington House. So.
I nearly called it the wrong name. Iris.
Yeah,
I
bought
nearly
that.
called it something.
Mate, I bought that about when I started drinking at the Crown and Anchor. I thought,
best pub in Newcastle.
what makes it easy?
Maggot,
I
I just said I'll buy a unit.
You got Maggot bought a house. I did that with pens.
Mate, I pretty much bloody started coming in here. I paid for a Zuri and started coming in here. met yourself and thought this is where I want to be. So walked across the road one day at lunch and bought a unit.
As you know, I lived in the East End for a little bit, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It felt like you're on holidays all the time. I found when
Well,
Corona.
you were in East End for ages.
Yeah, but we were little gronky dogs back then.
You were.
Yeah,
You went to get a chip and gravy
but
roll.
it's a different day now. But you know, just with the little bars and stuff that have opened up, and
It's stylish now, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's really cool. Back then, it was just full of little. Back when we lived here, I had a cunt attack me with a fucking acoustic guitar. It's like 30 meters away. I'm like, how long do you think that guitar is? Thought it was Reese's guitar. Dead set. He's swinging it around, looking through me too. I'm
You
like,
sure he was trying to hit you?
Yes.
He was trying to get a
I
fly.
was the only fucker there. Anyway, yeah, there's not to say there's still not undesirables in the area, but yeah, it's definitely an
cleaned
up and comer.
Well, mate, this development next door is the biggest thing Newcastle's seen. Like
It
5-star
has to be to
motel.
fit you in, Reece.
Yeah, well, there's a
That's
five-
the last tall joke.
Yeah, well-
That's the last tall joke. Yeah.
Well, there's a second one. Yeah, no, I mean, I've got a little 2-bedroom place over there. And like I said, I bought it to. Well, I didn't realise you had accommodation at the time. I could have saved a shitload of money if I realised the Crown had a combo here.
As I said, I've made a drunk purchase before, but it was pens for the adult shop, and I woke up with a $328 bill from promotions only.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is that? What have you done?
I'd have hard trouble explaining
Not
that
a
to the
betting
wife.
agency or something. Then a few weeks later, 500 fulfillment pens rock up. And I was like, what the fuck are we going to do with these?
Right.
It's like, hey, would you like a pen with your dildo?
And who uses a pen nowadays? Everything's digital.
Yeah, so there's still some floating around. But yeah, that's one of my worst drunk purchases. But I guess they did get used, their pens. They just not like they went off or anything. So, yeah.
Oh, mate,
But
you
you
can't-
bought an apartment.
Yeah, bought an apartment. So,
on,
but
yeah.
like I said, I'll
Where are
probably.
you living at the moment?
I'm in Ashtonfield, man. So I've got an acre and a half in Ashtonfield. I've got 3 young kids, so I wanted a bit of space to get them out of the
But you
house.
bought a two better.
No, so the apartments are 2 better.
Yeah, so how are you going to have 3 kids there?
Well, I don't like spending Friday nights with them. So
Fuck, you must be making some bank.
Yeah, the
No.
caravan
You
as
bought an
well.
apartment to stay out one night a week.
well, when I come and see
And you have a
guys,
caravan
mate.
And a caravan.
in your house. Fucking, you're getting the real estate game.
No, I wouldn't say it's all good, but yeah, the apartment's a different purchase. That's for myself and the wife if I go out there.
And the mistress, I guess, as well.
Yeah? No. What? My wife's listening to this, so it's not for that. But yeah, bloody, the house is for the family. That's
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realise.
I spent a lot of time in Ashtonfield when I was a youngin', actually.
Yeah?
You used to get beat up there all the time? That's what you told me. Anyway, we'll move on from that.
It's a good spot,
So,
man.
I don't want to bring it up.
Soccer career, mate. How's it travelling?
It's winding down, man. So I'm
Winding down.
looking
unlike
forward to.
yourself.
Yeah. That's a good.
That wasn't for
Fucking
me.
hell,
That wasn't
like-
for me.
I've got to replay back these
Our
ones.
viewers just tuned in. Reece is really tall. How's it all going? You're playing for Azuri again this year?
Yeah, man. I haven't
grade?
actually played this year. So we played first grade. We're playing in the zone Premier League now. So I think about 6 years ago they started off. Sneezy boys started it. Little couple of Newcastle football and icons.
Yeah.
Very controversial young blokes, but
That they are. We had Jim on. His video will be released tonight.
yeah, there you go. So a couple of controversial young blokes, but great, lovable rogues at the same time. So
Yeah, they're good follows.
they've organised it, and then mate, we've just grown since then. They've gone to the Premier League now. There's always a bit of controversy not too far behind. They're on Fox Sports the other year.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, about some NCIP,
Sky
about
Blues.
racists and stuff like that. So,
Proud to be a sponsor.
mate, done well, but yeah. So,
That's
Love
excellent.
it, man.
Who would you say is the worst in the team?
I'd probably say my brother, Blake Thompson. So,
I saw him the other day.
yeah,
he's
he's
a
put-
little goofy.
he's putting on weight. So,
Yeah, which he shouldn't because he's too tall to do that.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So he's now got the, have you seen the American Dad, the alien out of American Dad with the
Yes,
big head and the fat belly? Yeah, I think he looks like that.
Spitting image. Yeah. Who would you say the best player is besides yourself, of course?
I'd probably go along with,
Don't say Tom.
yeah, Tommy Kane. Yeah, Tommy Kane
Really?
goes well, mate. He does well. He's been there since
wow.
day dot, and
He's a dickhead, but
Mate,
I've
the
only met him a
nicest guy
couple
in the
of
world. You won't meet a nicer guy, Tom.
TK, he's a gentleman, isn't he?
Yeah, you're
I
nicest
get
guy.
him on here, but you don't get on here for being a gentleman. You get on here for
Well,
basically we're looking.
Don't make it sound too bad, eh?
But, no, Reece is also a gentleman. But yeah, the basis of the show is interviewing people that have a little bit of an entrepreneurial spirit, that work for themselves, And although real estate agents, I think everyone will agree,
very
scum.
stylish.
Oh, I was going to say scum.
Scum
Reece-
slash stylish.
Yeah,
It's fine.
they have a very bad reputation.
Yeah. I've thrown in with car salesmen. I blame the car salesman for that.
Yeah.
Just like you blame the Jindabyne pub. Fucking wankers.
Yeah, I don't know, fucking. I don't
But
know.
yeah, so when you're saying contract to PRD,
Yep.
so is that very common? Like, is that with a lot of real
I've never heard of
estates?
that before.
And how does it
I'll tell you
differentiate?
why, it's
how
common
does it
for-
differentiate from, like, I don't know, who's in town next to me?
Colliers. Oh, Ray White.
Ray White. Like,
Darren Penn. Shout
Yeah.
out to Darren
No,
Penn
it's-
if he's watching.
So there's agents that can contract, or there's agents. I could be on a wage if I wanted to, but you contract for tax reasons and stuff like that. Because now you're a business owner. You know what I mean? So a business owner is obviously.
And that's what
paying
got you on the show. If you're an employee there, you wouldn't be on the show.
Yeah,
So
so-
it has multiple
It's
perks.
tax benefits, mate. You run things for the business. I run my own employees.
There you go.
I'm aligned with PRD. So.
Yes. So is that like a franchise type thing, like PRD,
Yeah.
and then you jump on it because
Yeah, I don't have to use him. I could sell, Cheggers says to me, I want to sell my house. Reece Thompson Real Estate can go over and sell his house. But because I'm using PRD's office, I'm using their support systems, I'm using their staff, their receptionist, I align myself with them. And because they're a brand name, I jump on the back of their brand. So someone in Ashtonfield wants to sell their house, they affiliate with PRD, you know what I mean? So they ring them and I get the referral from PRD. And
Which
cool.
which
We'll do
real
a split.
estate agency would you say is the top of the game for residential?
honestly, man, PRD is
PRD
as
is
simple as
top
that.
of the game.
Yeah, like that's why I affiliate with them. They weren't.
Who's second best?
In
PRD
Newcastle,
blew up tomorrow, and any of our viewers needed someone. Who would be second best? You'd say who's second best in the game?
oh mate, I like the big brands. Your
Yeah.
Ray Whites and your hookers and things
I
like.
had an interview when I was a young'un with True Blue Real Estate. Are they still around?
Nah, terrible man. So,
Yeah. The interview was at a house in Wallsend,
yeah.
and he was very slick, and
Jason Quinn.
I can't remember his name, but he said to me, brother, what I'm going to do, you work on commission, you'll just go door knocking, seeing if people will let me do an appraisal. If they book me to do an appraisal, then they sell your house. Then they sell the house, then you get some money. I was like, fuck, that sounds rough. He said, but look at it this way. You go to Fanny's? I said, yeah, every now and again. He said, you ask 100 chicks for a route. One will say yes.
Yeah, numbers
I
game.
was like, you off your fucking head?
Nah, numbers game. That's it.
Well, I was like, I've tried, and none said yes. But still, you're comparing that to
Few
trying
slaps
to,
as well.
Yeah. Kicked out, fucking
Yeah,
bashed,
yeah.
boyfriend's attacked.
Broken
But yeah,
nose.
that's how he. I can't remember his name, but yeah, that's how he compared the thing. He said that's how easy it is. You knock on 100 doors, one's going to say yes.
Yeah, man. Look, I had something similar when I started. To be honest with you,
So
so
that gentleman turned me off
Yeah.
the industry, and I was like, yep, you're scum.
yeah. No, well, like I said, man, I had something similar to mine. I always found the best real estate agents the former sports people. To be honest with you, like it's
They do get it a lot. Robbie O was real
Robbie,
estate for
Matty
Liverpool.
Thompson for Newcastle.
He's a good man.
Yeah, good guy, man. Yeah, but,
Who?
yeah. There's a guy. There's another guy that's in.
They play for the Knights.
Yeah,
Who's Shields?
I don't know that guy's name. I'm agreeing with him, but
He's with Korea.
yeah, Gary Dowling. Gary Dowling started Dowling Real Estate. He played for Australia. And he's leading the league.
Yeah, right.
But the guys there's one guy there. He's Andrew Trim. He's like a Olympian. He's now running like 15 offices or something.
Why
on
do
the
you
Gold
think
Coast.
athletes?
Because all
are
they know
succeeding
is
in
to
this
do what
game?
they're told, right? You don't have to be smart in real estate. All you do is you're told to train. You
Soldiers.
try to do this. You're just soldiers, mate, right? And you do what you're told. So Matty Thompson started out as my assistant. He was playing soccer over in Thailand, right? And Jets captain, played for Australia. Career's winding down. Comes and plays soccer for me up in Maitland. And we ended up saying, look, you need a job. You come work as my assistant, but you just told him what he had to do, and he did it because they don't know anything different. You know what I mean? They just start doing it, and then it's just repetition. And because they do it, it works out, mate.
I found a lot of hospitality people as well when they get sick of hospitality, go and try real estate.
I've seen that. Licensees especially.
Yeah, massively. And then you see them like about 6 months later and they're back in hospitality.
Mate, 100%. First 2 years, you earn fuck all money in real estate.
And if you're starting out and you already got a kid,
yeah, you got no chance.
$300 a week.
I left school when I was fucking 16 or 17,
Yeah.
went straight into it, and I could afford to live off me 25, because back then it was 25 or 30 grand a year. And I lived off that for like first 5 years of my career.
Yeah.
Only then did I was working.
How much do you make now?
I don't know. Taxman makes
can't
a lot.
remember,
Yeah. But like,
Take the fifth.
I was earning on fucking shit money, but I didn't realise what I was actually doing, because I was actually doing really well, but the company I was working for wasn't paying me right. Do you know what I mean? Found that out. All of a sudden, started earning good money. Left and went to a bigger place, and yeah, mate.
But they were probably also building you as a person, building you in your.
Mate, well, now I just knew the systems. Once I knew the systems, now I'm doing 160 sales in a year now, which is $1.6 million in business. So
What commission do you get?
because I do the numbers, but yeah, I get a percentage of it. So
You do all right. Oh, Reece does all right.
nah, the family's alive, mate. So
Mate, you've kept this pub alive more than once with your big spending in here, so I thank you for that.
no, I appreciate it, mate. Well, I hope to have plenty more nights here too.
Yeah,
so.
well, as I said, new fucking restrictions, thanks to Jindabyne, just come in. I think we've now been knocked back. This will air in a couple of weeks, so who knows where the fuck we are then. But
What does that mean for you? You get more government assistance, or you just fucking out? What are you going to do, paying rent and fucking mortgages?
The banks have put the mortgages on hold, but again, the interest.
For how long?
We see the interest every month still loading back onto our loan. So yeah, it's not a free ride by any means. But yeah, there's been nothing. They talked about all these $250,000 loans that would be backed by the government. None of. When we went to the banks, they're like, none of that's correct. It doesn't exist. Because we applied for it.
So that's where we're different in real estate. The government's actually helped the market tick along pretty well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they brought all these $25,000 in for new home
I've
builds.
seen that.
They got fucking first home buyers. All you need to save is a 5% deposit now, right? So no stamp duty, no mortgage insurance. But do you know what I mean? Like spending $500K, all you need is $25,000 now. You can buy a house.
I could be saving.
So it's insane where people didn't have that. Like, for me
6
to buy
months
it,
ago, it was 20% basically.
mate, you need 20%, so you need 100
is
grand.
impossible.
100 grand to have, right?
impossible.
Try saving 100 grand when you're paying rent.
Say that again. 5%.
It's all you need to get into the marketplace now. Yeah, right now.
And just straight out the bank will go.
Done. The government guarantees your loan. You don't have to pay mortgage insurance. You don't have to pay stamp duty.
Can I
You
use
should be attacking that shit.
the loan that I got for my business?
Fuck yeah. No,
Yeah?
I've seen
How the
people.
fuck did you get a loan for your business?
People, no, I know people.
Hey,
My
not
brother-
people in high places.
Yeah, I know.
We got shit.
I've got people that have pulled their, the government
Fuck,
come out and
that's
said, hey,
great. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
bro, you need to
super
attack.
fund. You got to get your money out of your super. You can get 10 grand before June, 10 grand
Yeah, I've
after
already
June.
done both.
I heard people saying, right, fuck it, take 10 grand out now, 10 grand in June, there's 20 grand. We just got approved for $400,000 to buy a house because they've just got 5% deposit.
Yeah, honestly.
Insane. People now
6
get
months
into
ago,
the
you had to
market.
have 20%, which how the fuck? And what's the average house? 500,000.
Well, this is what I'm about to get. You asked me how the market's affected me. Well,
Yeah.
the reality is, with all these government grants going on, low interest rates right now because you borrow money at fucking real low percentage, and the average price in our area being about 500K, market in Maitland is fucking cruising.
500k out there, get you something nice too. Nice
4
and
bed,
new,
2
wouldn't it?
bath, 2 car.
And that'd be new.
Yeah, you're doing fine, mate. You got a house and land package out there right now. You got $25,000 government grants. So the government might have been fucking you guys with what's going on here. And I'm not trying to.
But we can fuck them back.
Yeah, but we're actually doing all right in the real estate game because it's ticking the market along, which is keeping the economy going. There's all these fucking doom and gloom things in the paper, but our area, like I said, is in a bit of a bubble where we're kind of cruising.
Right.
But yeah, get on it, man, if you can. So.
Is this you being real estate you or being real?
Look, I don't really give
Greasy
a
just
fuck.
landed a sale.
Where do you sign now? I've signed you. So.
yeah, I got you.
Nah,
Yeah.
honestly, like I
No, fuck, that's
just try and
hectic,
help
yeah.
people out, man.
No, that's
Reece
hectic.
has his house he's been trying to get rid of for ages.
he bought it when he was drunk one night.
No, Nah,
He
I'm
messaged me, he goes, "How dumb's the cunt that runs the podcast?" He goes, "Pretty dumb." I'm going to try offload him this house during the podcast.
yeah, honestly, I do have one if you are interested. So.
That's hectic. Yeah.
No, I'm taking this. I
You told him I just pulled all my super out, didn't you? Like,
I couldn't pull my super
I
out.
pulled
That's
all
how
mine
dumb
out.
I am.
Mine's gone.
I tried.
I'm self-employed.
no, I
so
wouldn't
had
have. I
sweet
wouldn't have
Wi-Fi.
recommended pulling your super out. I'm just saying.
I
people
didn't
do
have
it.
none. I had none. It's all gone now.
So, I looked at one of those
and,
graphs.
and it kept dropping.
Yeah, I looked at one of those
Dropping.
graphs
Like, I
online.
didn't have enough for it to matter.
Yeah, right.
Like when I'm 90, if that amount of money, makes a difference in life and death, man.
I'm very
but-
upset that I couldn't pull my super out because
Well, I did.
I'd know that
I've done them both, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck super.
I know that getting to 90, I don't know, 70.
How could you not do it though? Would you? What do you mean?
I'm just fucked up on
He doesn't know much
passwords
about
and shit.
computers.
That's straight up.
Yeah, because at first you're
Yeah.
thinking, the government wouldn't let him do his super, but he couldn't figure out how to reset your password.
No, it was like I haven't done a tax return in ages, and there's all that. All this, I just couldn't do it. After about 3 minutes,
It
I'm
wasn't on. You had to sign up with MyGov, then you had to go to Centrelink, then you had
Yeah,
to go to
that's
the
so
ATO
much-
website.
Too much, too difficult. I
Yeah,
understand.
but
too
no,
hectic for
I desperately needed the money, so I figured out how to do it.
Well, yeah.
You can still do it. It's still not too late. You can get one 10K payment.
Yeah, but who's going to do it for me?
Not me. You can get fucked. If I get $1,000, I'll do it. 10% fee.
That sounds pretty fair to me.
Here he is.
So,
And then invested in,
invested in this shithole.
So paying for Maitland, do the Broadleys still play it?
Mate, the Broadley boys don't play him anymore. Ralphie, actually, Ryan, the youngest one, he's just done his ankle. He played for Thorn this year. He just couldn't commit anymore.
410.
Yeah, couldn't commit anymore to the highest level. Juddy Broadley's retired. He's got a couple of kids now. I think 3 kids now.
Juddy Broadley, and another dude from Maitland, Mick Shanahan. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, Chrissy Broadley's living the dream up on Byron Bay, doing surf school and stuff, and
Right, sick.
absolutely killing
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I knew them boys when I was
life.
about 6,
Yeah.
7 or something like that.
Still name drops them.
And I still name drop them now.
Local
Like I'm
legends,
like,
mate.
oh, you're from Ashtonfield or Maitland or something like that, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, do you know these guys? And people are often like, yeah, I
Just got
do.
a few parties
And then
there,
now-
Snarl close to you.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
always do the old 410.
yeah, 410. But now it's like
410.
I name drop these guys, but I knew them when I was like 8.
Yeah, right.
Like so, it's still.
Well, just while we have a break there, we've just got to say a massive thanks to our first sponsor that has jumped on board with Crown Chat, which is Fubu. So if you didn't know, Fubu was massive back in the day. It's now making a resurgence. They've noticed the clothes myself and Damien wear and have said, look, we want to be a sponsor. You can now buy Fubu again at fubu.com. It comes from the States, but it comes pretty quick. And they've got T-shirts, jackets,
like
hats,
Mark.
everything. Good one. Fuck.
Thanks.
No, he needed that.
Yeah, this is just one of the hats. So fubu.com, guys. Get onto it. And yeah, let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. Name drop us.
They haven't given us a discount code yet, but when we do, we will put it on the bottom of the screen, and hopefully they'll give you some discounts and shit like that. But yeah, at the moment, Fubu, guys, for you by us, fubu.com.
First
Go there.
sponsor. Very proud of
First
ourselves.
sponsor,
as well.
yeah. Go there and get all the goods. Back to Rhys.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm stoked for you, hey. That's
Cheers, bro.
Actually,
awesome.
Can you wear that for the rest of the interview?
I can wear that for the rest of the interview. My head's a bit big for it, but I'll adjust the size. And
and can you wear that in your new real estate photo shots?
I'll do a
I'll see
video
that
and put it on there.
people's
as well.
houses.
I'll share it and get it on there for you for sure. So
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, fubu.com. Check it out. Limited range, but it's the tits. And yeah, they ship to Australia. So get amongst it.
I got to ask you, how'd you get them on board, boys? They just sent
They
you
reached
an
out to us.
They reached out to us after seeing what I think it was one of our mates is living in the States at the moment,
email?
and he shared one of our podcasts and seen Mark wearing Fubu, and
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Big Fubu lad.
Wasn't Big Gabe Diaz or?
Nah, Gabe's a piece of shit.
Oh, fair enough.
We're going to have Gabe on the show in a few days and remind him that he's a piece of shit.
All right.
It's going to be the whole... Like, if you think you're getting burned,
Yeah, about the tall jokes. No.
yeah, if you think you're getting wait for this cunt.
It'll be like a 3-second podcast. Gabe, you're a piece of shit.
I look forward to watching that one.
Yeah, it won't take long.
A lot of people will.
Yeah, it won't take long. He's scum.
His brother in
Yeah, his brother's a legend, Rafe.
Yeah, I've heard Rafe.
Rafe's
yeah.
the good-looking one.
Yeah. The good-looking one.
Yeah, the handsome one. But yeah, no. So, how do you see the future for yourself, mate? You're going to stay as contractor? You ever got ambition to open your own shop?
Yeah, man, I can't say too much because I've told everyone at the work that I'm to watch this show. So if I go and tell them I'm leaving now, they will know.
Reece is never leaving.
Yeah. No, look, I've got a pretty good relationship with the people down there. It's pretty free.
Kentwell's a cool dude.
Good dude, man. Had some.
When I was living at the East End, I'd see him a lot. He's always cruising around.
He lives the dream. I think he's
got the
too stylish, man.
The wireless earphones in 24/7.
That's sick.
Too stylish. You think it's sick, but you wouldn't want to do it.
I'd rather a Bluetooth. You know, the little Bluetooth.
Ah, yeah, it comes with the thing, yeah, and you got to hit the thing. Yeah, that's a bit.
You got Camwell here.
Yeah.
No, look, he does well, man. So lives the high life, but got to give it to him the amount of energy the bloke's got, and he can talk.
I follow him on Instagram. Fuck me,
he can talk as well. Like, the different agencies, right? There's different agencies in Maitland versus Newcastle. Newcastle, you're still turning up and you got to turn up because it's about image. As much as it's a wank fest, you need to look the part, right? Because no one's going to sell.
You do right now.
Thank you, boys, with the Fubu. But if you've got a $5 million property up here on the border, you're not going to sell it with someone who rocks up in a beat up Datsun. You know what I mean? You got to look the part because the guy with a beat up Datsun doesn't deal with $5 million people that've got $5 million. You know what I mean? Whereas Maitland, like I do quite well in the Maitland industry. Like I said, I do well, but I rock up in a ute. You know
Are you talking directly to Mark right here?
Yeah, the beat up Datsun Mark.
I used to be the king of beat up cars.
Yeah, no, mate, I've got no problem with it.
I
I'm
drove
just
those cunts to the death. One car, and I could have afforded a good car, but I bought it off my mate's granddad for 2 cartons of beer.
Yeah, right.
And I drove that cunt into the ground. It lasted me about 9 months. And I hated the thought of spending money on a fucking car when you could invest in something that will make you money.
Oh, you've done all right, mate. Look where you're sitting now. You've got your own little
Next to Brady.
podcast show next to Brady. Yeah, killing it.
Yeah. Fuck this cunt. I don't know. I'm not a car guy either. I'm fucking shocking at all that. It's shocking when you're with a chick or something. They're like, hey, how can you do this? And you're like, you have more idea than I do. I'm not that type of dude. Seinfeld makes a good joke about it. Are you a Seinfeld fan?
A bit of Kramer fan, but I couldn't tell you many of the shows, mate.
He makes a good joke in his stand-up where, you're with a chick and the car breaks down, you got to look under the bonnet, and you pop the bonnet, and he's the same as me. You're just hoping there's this massive on and off button, and it's just flipped to off. So you flick it back on. But yeah, other than that, if there's not that button there, you got no idea what the fuck you're doing, and you've just popped this bonnet up, and yeah, you're dripping with sweat. So that's me.
Mate, my new car's got one of those on-off things where it turns off the lights. You put your brake on. First time that happened, the shit, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? Penny stations. I thought I'd stalled the car and it was all that. So what the fuck's going on? Just got the brake on to stall it.
Yeah, petrol saver.
Yeah, but learned that pretty quick after a while. So.
Yeah, well, I assume you'd pick it up pretty quick.
Well, the first traffic lights got me, see. So.
They didn't tell you that when you bought the car.
No, then it restarted. I was like, what's going on? Stopped the next traffic lights. Fuck happened again. So.
I had a date with a chick like ages ago, and I got to a traffic light and just turned the car off and then turned it back on, so she thought I had one of those.
An expensive car.
Just one of those fuel saving things, eh? She would have been impressed, mate.
For the youngins out there watching that don't have a good car yet, it's a trick to impress the ladies.
Yeah, turn your car off.
For the ladies watching, beware of scumbags doing that trick.
Speaking of real estate.
Yeah, scumbag just keeps coming back into the mix. But,
tricks of the trade, mate.
Yeah. So you're working 5 days a week?
6, man. 6 days a week, yeah.
Fucking big dog.
6 days.
So when you play up at the Crown, you get the day off the next day, eh?
No.
He's just bought a fucking house. How can he?
An apartment.
An apartment.
No matter how, hang on, well, it's no fucking house. But no, mate, always straight back into work, man. You never stop. The reason I bought the van, right, was the only time in real estate.
Instead of you.
Well, I got a ute, but I got a van, the Caravan as well. Yeah.
The Caravan, yeah.
So the reason I bought the Caravan was in real estate, the only holidays you can get where people don't expect you to answer the phone is Christmas or Easter, right?
Yeah.
But I've got 3 fucking kids, so take holidays over Easter and Christmas, you get a cabin somewhere for 3 kids, you're paying 7 to 10 grand, you know what I mean? You go to Shoal Bay or something and you're paying $700 a night. It just is what it is. So
it's crazy, eh?
started looking at vans and stuff like that. Well, I went in to buy a smoker and I ended up coming up with this Caravan in Barrow. But
You went in to buy a smoker.
well, yeah, there's this new smoke. It's off topic here. There's a new smoker shop up in Barrow. It's sick, man, in Beresfield.
No, you're
Went
talking
to-
like barbecue.
Yeah, man.
I
It's
can help
awesome.
you with that. We
Yeah.
can do
Yeah,
it.
Barry does all the meats and shit like
Yeah,
that.
loved it, man. So I
Food
went
and
up there,
stuff.
you know, I felt, okay, it was cool. But I was going in there. Well, actually, I sold a bloke a house and he said to go down there and have a look at it. So I drove in there. Next door is this new age caravan place. Hooked up vans, ended up buying a van there. But
So he got you.
yeah, he got me, man. I fucking love it, eh? So, like, drop some money
You
on
just
this.
went in
and-
there to get some tongs.
Yeah, you come out with a caravan.
I went out some meat, you know, and came out with this new, brand new caravan. But it's like, it's sick. They hold their value really well and good
Yeah,
to get little
nice.
holidays to go away and stuff. So, kids love it.
That is, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's
You're
good,
a
man.
thinking man.
Yeah, man. Always try to do it, So, but yeah, back on the meats. What you doing meats and stuff, are you?
That was sort of
Give
my
give
thing
yourself
for a
a
long
plug,
time.
mate.
Yeah,
Give
that's
yourself a
my
plug.
thing for long. Yeah, smoking
Mate,
meat.
I love food, eh?
Come eat some.
Oh, mate, I'll come over, eh, for sure.
Luckily, he invited you. You weren't going to.
Yeah.
Did any?
Yeah, well,
Turn up the smokers on. Reese's in the back.
I love a good session, and a few beers and
Yeah.
a bit of meat. And
He does all the briskets and all that.
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
that's
slow
my
cook.
specific way of doing it, my own little method.
Yeah.
Which is,
Damien owns a little Castro,
yeah, right.
which are now at Lowlands Bowls Club.
That's right.
If you've been there for a feed, it's highly recommended.
That's right.
Good service, good food.
I'll check it out, man. I might
Check
take the
it
team
out.
in and
Yeah, bring the team in.
Yeah, it's
boys,
good.
bring the boys in.
Yeah.
I had the Breely chicken burger, the really Breely, and the popcorn chicken when I was last in. And Shane had the wings and the big bezza. And yeah, both enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so where's your favourite place to eat besides the Crown and Anchor? Real estate's always know the good hot spots for food.
hey, where have I?
You got to take the chick out for a special night. Where do you take her?
Oh, I like the churrasco. I like the meats and stuff. You know what I mean? So there's that. Well, wasn't meat. There's that one that was in there. The Mayfield there.
Mayfield.
The old
Yeah, that was
Phoenix
good.
Club.
Yeah, I used to love that. There's a place above it. What was it? The tree or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what was it
Big
called?
Tree.
Yeah.
We love that, man. Me and the missus
Something like that. Yeah, it was good.
used to go out there and eat there, and now it's meat. But you know, wherever we can, we like to do fine dining. So went down to what's that? Chef Thornton's place down here at Mason's
Mason.
the other go. So
Oh, how do you like that?
yeah, good food, man. I was down there.
Yeah.
For,
It's not really my
He's
thing.
a 410 boy, isn't he?
yeah, local boy and stuff. So
Straight up 410.
went down there, and I'll go there because it's easy to end up here. See, and
Yeah, right
Yeah.
answer.
Smart.
yeah, it's easy
Yeah.
to.
We do a little bit of collabs with them. The chefs, my partners here do anyway.
Yep.
They don't speak to me. But yeah,
Mason.
Mason.
Mason, we used to surf together for ages
Oh,
and
here
ages.
we go.
And it's funny because he used to call me Berry instead of Barrick.
Oh, Bez, you just got to get on the mic, man.
He used to call me Berry
That's very rude.
instead of Barrick. So when the other boys would paddle out, they'd just encourage him and call me Strawberry and Blueberry and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And I seen him
Picked
a
on.
couple of weeks ago. He still calls me Berry.
Did
He's
you
done
give
well
him
for himself, but
Did you give him a 1-star review on Google?
I should have. But the Falcon's good for smoked meat.
Yeah,
Falcon does an amazing. I know it's only simple, but I always get the beef brisket with mac and cheese.
yeah, right.
It's fucking so good.
He keeps carrying on and not wanting to come on the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh well.
Man, I would have thought you boys had millions of people keen to come on this, eh?
Yeah, we do.
we do. We just pick and choose.
Yeah,
Got to
we're
be
pretty picky.
entrepreneurial, huh?
Sorry.
Got to be entrepreneurial, huh?
Yeah, you do. Well, that's what. There's nothing wrong with not being that, but that's sort of what it ties into. I think. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, people that work for themselves, hustle out there doing their thing, have interesting lives, interesting stories, and
Trying to make some coin.
yeah, that's what I enjoy talking about with people. You know, their experiences in all different. Because I think business is business, whether you're selling real estate or you're pouring beers or whatever. I think a lot of the same things apply.
Yep.
So that's sort of where the concept of the show came to be, but also then just finding out a little bit about each person. So, which is where we'll delve now into our final 11 questions.
No worries.
This is where we find out who the Reece dog is. What is your favourite word?
Solid.
Solid.
Yeah, I watched a movie one time and it just came in mind then real quick. It was a black
Solid.
guy in it. He kept going solid. You know the movie? No.
Solid answer.
Yeah. That's
There's
right.
like a stiff look on the thing or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Dynamite.
Yeah, you got to come here. You keep going solid.
What is your least favourite word?
Fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. Oh.
Don't know why. Just come to mind again.
Stale?
No, fresh is my word. Is your word stale, or you say that word stale? I don't know. Everyone just says fresh all the time. It's just overused, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
This food's fresh. Or how is it? I got out of surf. It's fresh. Fucking hell. Mate, I don't
You
care.
must hang out in different circles. I'm gonna keep a fucking ear out for it. Well, you know when your mate
I'll
buys
tell you
a
the other
car
word
and then you
then.
see that car everywhere, then that's going to be what happens now. I'm going to notice everyone saying fresh all the time.
All moist. Yeah, everyone keeps saying.
Moist, everyone brings up moist.
Yeah.
It's like Fubu. It's had this resurgence as if it was never a word. 6
They're the
months
two
ago.
words, but dirty words. So.
Yeah, right. Okay. So that was number 2. Number 3. What turns you on? In all aspects, any aspect of life. Not talking what gives you a boner. Like what gets you out of bed in the morning and you're like, fuck yeah, you know?
What motivates me, man? Money. You know, so
That's awesome. Finally, someone admits it.
Yeah, that's right.
Money. Typical real estate.
I don't want to be fucking working when I was, mate. I don't want to be working when I'm 40. I want to be retired. So.
I like the journey to money, though.
Yeah. Oh, I like having.
I like the pursuit of money.
Mine's more have a vision. Like I've got goals in life, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll work it back to what I've got to do.
Do you find
to achieve those goals?
with your goals, like obviously they're up pretty high, you bump your head on them?
No, man. No.
They must be pretty fucking high.
High goals. All right. Number 4. What turns you off?
Just wankers, mate. Like blokes that are just full of shit and don't follow through with what they're going to do. Do you know what I mean? So everyone deals with them, but there's always
keep
people.
their word or honour a
Yeah,
contract.
just full of shit people, mate. That's all. So.
Yeah, fair call. What sound or noise do you love?
This is a bit cliche, but the beach, mate. Like I don't mind. You know,
It's not cliche at all.
if you
know
want to
what
go to
cliche is the sound of my kids laughing.
no, I mean like fuck that. Like I want to I want to go to bed.
Why do you
but-
think you got a caravan?
Yeah.
I want to sit by the beach and listen. It's a zen, you know. what I
Funny
mean?
thing is, I love the sound of the beach, but the last time I went for a swim in the beach, I don't even know. I don't think it was called the beach.
Yeah, right.
That's how long ago it was. Like,
Yeah, right. There you go.
it'd be.
No, I don't want to swim in it. I just
It'd
want
be
to
10
lay
or 12
by and
years,
wake
but I
up,
love
listen
the
to it.
sound, waking up. I love
Yeah.
living near the beach and hearing it. And even sitting in the car, sometimes I go to the beach, sit in the car.
Mate, I'll
Yeah,
go there and make
it's
some
good.
calls sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
it's up at Bar Beach
Good.
car park. It's chill.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you the last time I fucking went near a wave. I go to the ocean baths, but yeah, no, I don't like the waves.
You ever seen a 7-foot bloke try and surf, man?
Are you 7 foot?
6'9". I'm up there, but
Fucking
you
Are you
can't
taller
surf,
than
man.
Crouchy? Peter Crouch?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that's it.
He's always crouched over.
Yeah. King of puns.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Everyone hates that, but you know when you got the fingers on the chalkboard or the knife and fork on the fucking plate,
I hate the fucking knife on the plate.
or the wife snoring at night, like fucking shut up. Yeah.
I hate that too.
Yeah, right. So they're probably the 3, but yeah.
Very cool. We only asked for one, but
Yeah.
big man, multiple answers. All right then. What is your favourite curse word?
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. All right. Number 8. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
It's not going to happen, but I would have liked to be a professional sportsman.
Yeah.
I would have, like, if they had a bit more longevity in their careers, I just think they had, like, I'm friends with a lot, you know what I mean? Like, Matty Thompson, I've seen what he did in his life and got to travel all over the Australia, all over the world, just playing sport, you know what I mean?
It's cool though because sort of at the end of their careers, they're still young enough to completely start a whole new career. Like I understand to them, they probably feel like they've lost their identity. I think it would be a really hard transition, and I can understand why tons of athletes get super depressed.
100%.
You know, but at the end of the day, most of them are 35 or under, and it's like, dude, you know, there's still people out there that we're friends with, you know, people like us that one never had your sporting career and still don't know what they want to do. You know,
I still don't know what I want to do.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's awesome. Like you see him for years and you think this guy must be 50. Oh, he's 33 and he's retired.
Yeah.
And he gets to start a whole new chapter of his life. So Pretty cool.
I just think it's always like just the lifestyle that gets put in front of them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Ridiculous. So.
Yeah. Number 9, what profession would you not like to do?
Mining.
Coal mining.
Yeah. So I had opportunity when I left school. Everyone in my kind of age group, either went to university or mining from Maitland. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you went to school out at Maitland?
St Peter's, St Mary's, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone did that, and I thought, fuck, I'm not going underground. Look at me, I'm 6'9" or whatever.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I wasn't going to bring it
I
up.
don't like those
You'd
places.
just be like,
Wasn't smart enough to go to uni, so ended up in a job that was half. You know, I wanted a half job that's in the office / half out of the office, so I could just go around and cruise, and fell into real estate. That's what happened.
Yeah, no, very cool. I agree with that. I couldn't. My flatmate, he works in the mines, and I don't. He's like an operator. I think he just sits in a chair doing this, or you know, does something. But every time he goes to work, I have the picture of him, even to this day, and I've lived with him for fucking years. Of Zoolander.
Yeah, 100%.
And I just think, fuck, I can't believe he does that for 12 hours.
merman.
And then I also, he told me the other day, they get a 2-hour break in their 12-hour shift.
Yeah, right.
So he sleeps during the 2-hour break, and he's an operator, so he's just like, I'm like, I've been giving this cunt credit, thinking he's there with a fucking...
The truck drivers in there,
the
they always come home dirty, but look.
Yeah, he doesn't come home dirty.
Oh, right.
Sweet. And I think it's like a 30-minute trip down to where they work, then a 30-minute trip up. So there's another hour gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
gotta
I
think, though,
think he's
they
been milking the sympathy from me.
The 30 minutes down, they're probably on Uber and losing a lot of money.
No. No, it's like a roller coaster style thing that goes much slower than a roller coaster. Number 10, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome.
Welcome. Fair enough.
Pretty simple.
And Bez Dog finishes off with a, I'll say, infamous number 11.
Yes. Do you think it's possible to be? Do you think it's possible to be related to yourself, and if so, how?
I don't want to put anyone on the bus here, but I had a mate that almost slept with his cousin. Right? I'm just thinking.
What's his name?
I can't,
Don't worry. What's her name?
yeah, can't drop names.
Dean
right?
Spong.
But but I'm thinking if that happened, and there was a child that was born, would that child then be related to?
That you'd be
themselves?
related to that child, you still wouldn't be related to yourself.
No, would the? Yeah,
The child's not going to be you.
No, but that child though, if that child was me, let's say it was my parents that did that, they were cousins, then I would be my own cousin.
So you'd be
yes, I'd be related to myself.
That's possible.
Did they sleep with their cousin?
So why you're so tall?
No, look, I don't know, but if it went through or not, there's conflicting stories, right? So
Maybe give them a call and see if they're related to
We're
themselves.
going to do a part 2 where we find out who fucked their cousin.
yeah, well,
And more importantly, who hasn't fucked their cousin?
Very true. Very true. Name and shame.
So you think you
Uptight
can be
one.
related
I
to
think you
yourself
can be related to
if,
yourself.
if you had sex with your cousin and they had a kid.
I think the kid's related to himself.
The kid's related to himself because
Yeah, right. You've given me something to think about.
Yeah,
It's like time travel shit. You think about it too much, your head fucking explodes.
yeah.
well that's
Yeah, right.
So let's say it was brother and sister. Brother and sister had a baby, right? Which they do in the States. Some places.
only in the States.
Yeah. But that child would be its own. The child's its own cousin. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So they are related to themselves.
Right. We're going to let the viewers decide in the comments.
Yeah.
You normally get one per video.
Yeah.
Hopefully that one.
I'll give it a share, boys, and I'll
Share
give you a
away,
Zuri boys
brah.
on it. I'll get the. Nothing's been too badly said, I think, about the real estate market, so I'll pump through the real estate share to be
it's all-
sweet.
It's all in good fun. Real
Yeah.
estate's awesome. Economy wouldn't survive without it, and we wouldn't have houses without it.
Yeah, we'll make
Or
it
we'd
happen.
just be like, can't give me a house. Like,
Or we
nah.
wouldn't
Probably
have
be a lot
mortgages.
easier, you know what I mean? So,
But yeah, I'm glad because I think I've got you a sale. But
Yeah.
anyway, you two can talk after the
sum it
show.
up.
But thank you very much, Reece, for coming on the show.
cheers,
Yeah,
boys.
It's been a delight.
Absolutely
Reece.
appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Love your
Thanks,
work.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.